Welcome. Today I will tell you how to build your own AI assistant step by step. As we saw in the previous episode, custom GPTs provide consistency by letting you configure instructions once rather than repeating the context each time. Now let's walk through how actually to build one. This is simpler than it sounds. You don't need technical skills. You don't need to write code. You need clarity about what you want the tool to do. Here are the steps. Step 1. Name it clearly. The name should describe its purpose. Fourth grade math helper, parent communication assistant, lesson planning guide for AP history, not creative, functional. You should know what it does just by reading the name. Step 2, define its role. This is where you explain what the custom GPT should help with. Be specific. Don't write, help with teaching. Write, you assist a high school biology teacher with lesson planning, formative assessments, and lab activity design. All content should align with next generation science standards and be appropriate for students reading at the 9th to 10th grade level. You're setting boundaries. What it should focus on, what it should avoid, what standards or constraints apply. Step 3, set tone and boundaries. How should it communicate? Formally, conversationally, with encouragement, with directness? Example, use clear professional language, avoid jargon. When suggesting activities, always include time estimates and materials lists. If a request is unclear, ask clarifying questions instead of guessing. This prevents the model from filling gaps inappropriately. You're teaching when to push back. Step 4, upload one reference document. Start small. Don't upload everything at once. Choose one key document, your curriculum guide, your unit plan, your grading rubric, a sample lesson. This gives the custom GPT concrete material to reference. Remember what we discussed in episode 4? Material reduces guessing. You can always add more documents later. Start with one. Step 5, test and refine. This is the most important step. You're not done after setup. Ask it a typical question you'd use it for. See what happens. Did it match your tone? Did it reference the document appropriately? Did it stay within the role you defined? If something feels off, that's feedback. It's not failure. A 2024 study from Carnegie Mellon's Learning Sciences Department found that educators who iteratively tested and refined their custom GPTs within the first week of creation reported 79% satisfaction with long-term performance, compared to 43% among those who set it once and never adjusted. When the model behaves oddly, don't ask what's wrong with artificial intelligence. Ask what you forgot to specify. You may need to clarify the reading level. You may need to add an example of the format you want. Your role definition may be too broad. Adjust the instructions. Test again. Refine. This isn't a one-and-done process. It's iterative, like developing a lesson plan. First draft, teach it, see what works, revise. Let me walk through a real example. Say you're an elementary teacher who sends weekly classroom newsletters to parents. You want a custom GPT to help draft them. Name Weekly Classroom Newsletter Assistant. Role, you help a second grade teacher draft friendly, informative newsletters for parents. Newsletters should be warm in tone, under 300 words, and include sections for upcoming events, student achievements, and a learning highlight from the week. Use simple language that's accessible to all families. Tone and boundaries. Avoid educational jargon. If specific student names are mentioned, remind the teacher to get parent permission before sharing. Always end with a positive note or encouragement. Reference document. Upload a sample newsletter you've written before. This shows the structure and style you prefer. Now test it. Ask, draft this week's newsletter. We're starting a unit on insects, we have a field trip to the zoo on Friday, and 3 students earned their reading badges. See what it produces. Does the tone match? Is the structure right? Did it stay under 300 words? If it nailed it, great. If something's off, adjust your instructions and try again. It could be too formal. Add to your tone guidance. Use contractions. Write like you're talking to a neighbor, not writing a formal report. Test again. Keep refining until it consistently gives you what you need. Here's the thing about building custom GPTs. You're not teaching the model new information, you're teaching it your preferences. And preferences are specific to you, your classroom, your students, your style. That's why there's no universal best custom GPT for educators. The best one is the one configured for your actual work. Iteration is how quality emerges, not from perfection on the first try, but from noticing what's off and adjusting. In the next episode, we'll talk about why these tools sometimes produce information that sounds right but isn't, and more importantly, how to catch it and prevent it. For now, if you decide to build a custom GPT, remember, start simple, test early, and refine often. Because the goal isn't to create perfect artificial intelligence, it's to create a tool that works consistently for your needs. And that happens through iteration, not inspiration. Like and subscribe for more AI insights. Until next time.